And you're a Christian.
Yeah.
Any others? Any Confucianism? Well, I've studied all the religions all my life. And I got a little vision of God from all of them. And formed, my impressions of what this is. And one time, which we should all have at least once in our life, I had a vision. I was laying in bed actually here in Fremont. And I was just getting real close to sleeping. I've always, because fear has been very close to me, I've been very close to death many times, and I made him my friend. And fear came to me and said, I'm the God of fear. I went, wow, God of fear. This is scary. I says, well, what's the God of fear? I'm going to bring this to Chris because he can take this with him forever. I says, wow. And I says, well, let me find out. I got to have more on this. I says, tell me about this. He said, I'm the one that always was and always will be. I'm the one that moves you to survival. I'm the one that perpetuates life through the fear of non-life. He says it extends beyond that. And you're going to have to go with your mind, and your mind is not real capable, but it's there. I said, wow. And I was just sort of this daze. I says, what other gods are there? He says, there's a God of greatness. You know that feeling of greatness, where you want to be everything, where you want to take over and be king of everything. It's the same things that any of these going to excess creates chaos. Yeah, I do sometimes. Man, it'd be nice being king of the world. It'd be nice being king of the universe. Wow. Oh, I sort of understand that. I'll think about it more. I says, what other gods are there? He says, there's a God of togetherness. It pulls all things into you. It's you always want to be part of something else. That's how you know it. It's like gravity. And all of us want to join or be part of groups. All of us want to do this. And I thought, these are my thoughts. Just, wow, that's cool. I love that. That's great. I says, what other kind of gods are there? He says, there's a God of love, Roland. I says, wow, I can find out what's love. He says, love is, you know. You always know what love is. Love just is. Yeah? And you think about I think about all the poets and everyone that tries to write about love. All these thoughts went through my mind. And I said, wow, that's cool. He says, oh. And I says, how do we fit in all this? And I got the most surprising answer. He said, you and all of you are the greatest gods of all. I says, well, what kind of God am I? He says, you are the gods of motion. Without you, none of us exist. And I says, wow, that is something. You're right. Without motion, nothing exists. Nothing is. We are the gods of motion, and within motion, we are the top gods around here. Because not only are we the gods of motion, but we know we can start and end motion. We can manipulate motion. Everything's in motion. The universe is defined by where motion starts. So we, as humans, are gods. We're gods of motion. And we can control and manipulate it better than anyone else in the area that we know of. And I said, oh, wow. He says, Roland, I'll always be here. And that was it. It all disappeared right then. And I said, whoa. And I thought about it since then. I don't share it much. I share it in small groups because it's a unique thought. It's different from anything that I've ever heard. But I guess I've covered the gauntlet on studying gods and studying all the other religions. It gave me another plateau to go to and look at. And I thought that was just phenomenal. Look at that, I got music accompanying. And I thought that was absolutely beautiful. And as I went along and I looked out at everyone and all of us, and I looked, and every time I look at another person, I know they're a god. But every time I look at anything, I know it's a god. I look at a rock, it's a god. Our little green rock, Chris, is a god. All of motion is gods. And we're the top motion people. And all the other gods are forces. I sort of label it after it, forces. Just forces that are always there, always with us. But they can't survive, or they don't exist without us. And it made a wonderful, wonderful feeling in my soul. And as you listen to my story, and you think about it, and it takes a special person to go to these places. As you think about it and as you grow older, look and see how you fit in as the god of motion.